Hi guys, I'm back with another video. I'm feeling good right now. And I just changed my thumbnail and my banner of my YouTube channel and my profile picture, as you may see. There's no reason for that. I don't know, I had a good time with my Hunter x Hunter banner and the Sailor Moon profile picture, but I just felt like changing it. And I'm gonna change it again when I feel like it. I'm not like this YouTuber who is like, I have to have this one banner and be professional. I just wanna stick with a banner and a profile as long as it makes me feel good, like especially when you're used to a banner or profile, you develop a relationship to it. It feels like pictures you put at a wall, and you relate to it and you identify yourself with it. So I think this Evangelion banner and this Akira profile will probably stick for a while with me. I don't know for how long. I had this Hunter x Hunter profile picture for a long time, banner and the Sailor Moon profile for a long time, but I just felt like it's time to change and to do something else. I'm sticking with anime things at the moment. Maybe I'm gonna design my own banner one day, but I'm always gonna change it when I feel like it. I don't feel like I have to do this I'm doing this for myself, and it kind of sucks that you can't personalize YouTube more. You could do that back then, when, like 12 years ago, you could really personalize your YouTube channel. You can't do that anymore, which sucks, but this is just the situation we are in. Yeah, this is like what I did today, and I think it looks good. So I'm feeling great right now. I have a lot of goals. I definitely was thinking again about I'm sorry, I sneezed. I was thinking about making my apartment prettier again, like designing it and putting good furniture into it, I'm about collecting a lot of Popmart characters right now. I also want to collect anime figurines in the future, but there's some limit to how much I actually can collect because the place in my apartment is really small, So probably one day I have to move to a bigger apartment, but this is not the time for it now, but maybe one day, because I want to make my space livable and my space, I want to put some nice pictures at the wall, I don't know. So I have to figure everything out, I guess. So yeah, this is just the situation. I will take you on this journey when I'm designing my whole apartment. I will show it to you. And I also saving money right now for a computer, for a PC. And maybe no, I think I'm gonna buy myself a complete PC. I'm not gonna build it myself. Maybe when I buy my next PC, I'm gonna build it myself and build my own PC, and then I'm gonna document this with you. I think it would be interesting, but I'm just scared to build my first PC because I don't know if I can do that, and I need a new computer. So no, my next computer I'm gonna buy, just gonna buy it fully built through But my next PC is something I'm definitely gonna build myself, you know. Really interested in that. I want to learn how to build a PC. I think that's just a cool thing to do. Also, something I mentioned this in my post already. I wanna buy myself a 3DS and a Nintendo DS Lite and a Game Boy, and I also wanna buy myself real Game Boy games, which is really fucking expensive, especially the old the old Pokemon games. I have to save a lot of money for that, but if I can collect them, it's awesome because then I have them and then I'm proud of it, you know? And then I'm like taking care of it and I feel like, yeah, I have this game. It's an original game. That's awesome, you know? So I want to do that, and I definitely want to take you. Maybe I want to mod my Nintendo DS with you together. I don't know if I can figure it out. I'm a little bit scared of modding my Nintendo DS XL, you know, but I'm definitely gonna do that. And I want to design it with you. Maybe I want to do a cozy video. I just think about stuff I'm going to do in 4 years or something. But it would be cool to do a cozy video where I just can design my Nintendo 3DS XL, you know, and like I put stickers on it or I design it in a certain way. That would have been really cool, you know. I don't know. I want to collect a lot of more Sanrio figures or like Sanrio plush. I need more plush. You know, I don't have anything plushy. I just have one thing, two things that are plush. That's it, you know. So yeah, I'm going to make my room prettier, and that just takes time, you know. And I don't have motivation for it all the time, but I'm getting more used to it. And yeah, I'm really excited when I can finally hold a real Game Boy in my hands. It's so much nostalgia. I never owned a Game Boy myself. I was always playing my Game Boy at other kids' houses. But I owned a Nintendo DS Lite too, actually, but they don't work anymore. I think I want to keep them, even though I can't use them anymore. But yeah, I can't wait when I have finally a Nintendo DS Lite again. Oh my gosh! Like the sound of when you start the Game Boy. That's so cool. You know, maybe I want to share this experience with you when I finally have that, and I can play games there. You know, I'm gonna do let's plays of old games. I think too. I'm pretty sure about that. You know. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That will be a great experience. I also want to collect Pokemon cards, you know. That's really something I want to do. Because I don't know, it would be cool to collect Pokemon cards and have that in a binder, you know. And I also want to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Maybe I was never big into Yu-Gi-Oh, but the cards look really cool. One thing I collect at the moment are Popmart figures. I collect some Popmart figures, you know. I have my little like collection already. I don't have money for that. 15 euros a month sometimes, but yeah, I definitely like to collect that. And as I already said, I definitely want to collect anime figures in the future, cool anime figures. Um, that's something I definitely want to collect. Maybe even like really expensive ones. Um, yeah. I don't know what else. It feels good. Feels good to collect stuff. Um, it makes your space more your space. I really like to do that. I also want to collect vinyls in the future. Um, maybe I want to buy myself shonen magazines. You know, Shonen Jump. When I'm in Japan, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy myself a Shonen Jump magazine, and then I'm gonna keep that. I'm probably not gonna use it, but just it's just cool to have that. I don't know. I had a time where I didn't saw any meaning in that and was like, you don't need that because you're not even using it. But now I see it like, no, it's cool. Like you can have it in your apartment and you can just own it. That's enough. There are also a bunch of art books I want to have. There are also a bunch of art books I want to have. Yeah. Just art books I can put into my artboard and say that I have it. And then I can talk about it and I can show it to people and be like, yeah, I have this art book. There's so many art books that I want to own one day. I also want to own maybe I want to collect Tamagotchis. I don't really want to play with them. I want to just collect them. I don't know, that's not the purpose, but they give me a nostalgia feeling and I like the design of Tamagotchis. And when I want to play with them, I'm actually like, I'm gonna use them when I'm gonna use them, but it's just sometimes fun to own that, for no particular reason. I don't know, it's just cool, like to look in your collection of things that you have, and then you see like, I have those are my Tamagotchis. I own them, and I have them. Yeah, it's the same with like having games. I will not play those games as much, but it's a good thing to have them. To just own them. And I hopefully can find my places in my apartment where I can put everything on the right place, and make it a good place. It will take time for me to actually do that, but for example, I also have 2 bags I never used, but I like them. They look good, and I definitely want to use them in the future. I never used them. There will be the time where I'm gonna use that. And also I want to collect mangas. I never understood the concept of a manga collection. But now I understand why you would have mangas, even mangas that you don't really read. It's something that now you can't see anything. Having a manga collection is a cool thing. Of course, just of the mangas that I actually enjoy reading. I have some mangas in my collection that I don't actually give a fuck about. I just have them. But for some reason I don't feel like taking them out of the collection. Maybe one day I'm gonna put them out and not gonna have them anymore. But now I just wanna keep them, you know? But maybe there will be a time where I put them out of the collection. But I have to wait for the right moment where I actually feel like now it's the time to get rid of that, you know? Some stuff I don't care for about. I don't need that, you know? So, yeah. What else can we collect? Maybe I wanna own more than one 3D Nintendo DS Lite, because like Nintendo DS Lites have different colors, and I like to have a white one and a pink one and a black one because they just look good. I don't know. But what should I do with that? It's just I don't know. I can just have it, I guess. Yeah. I was in a Popmart the other day, and dude, those big design objects of Popmart, damn. They're like they look awesome. Maybe I could have one of those in my apartment, but they take a lot of space and they cost over €1,000. Who has that money? You know, I mean, I don't know. So I don't know if I will buy that, but I don't know if I care that much. I have to figure out what I actually care about, or like what do I actually want to have in my collection, you know. I'm still figuring out what is my favorite Popmart. What are my favorite figurines? At the beginning I was like Kubo, then it switched to Peach Riot, and it was Skull Panda. I think Skull Panda is probably my favorite. I like Kubo too, but I don't care that much about it. Skull Panda just seems the most fashionable. I also like the new Kea one. It looks really cool. But I don't know if I like them, but I don't know if I care so much about them that I want have all the Kea figurines in my apartment. I bought one the last days, and it looks awesome. And yeah, I have it in my collection now, but I don't know if I would be that invested in buying that a lot for my apartment. You know, I don't know. I have to figure. The more I'm like taking my time to process everything, the more I'm figuring out what figurines I actually prefer, and I'm developing a relationship to it, which is fucking awesome. So I can make an interesting video about my Popmart collection, you know, and like the relationship I have with the whole like characters, you know. I think Peach Riot. I think I want to own a lot of Peach Riot. Peach Riot, I really like Peach Riot, you know. I also like Crybaby. Crybaby is also really cute, but like Skull Panda. God damn, Skull Panda just looks awesome. You know, and this is like also the thing, when you get into a Popmart, it's sometimes hard because so many things look good and you don't really know what to buy. But the more I'm taking my time, and also because I don't have a lot of money, so I can't buy a lot, I always have to think, what do I actually want to buy? And that's a good thing, because then I learn, like, what do I actually want to buy, you know? And I think I'm developing my taste for Popmart right now, and actually what I care the most about. And probably I think the next thing I'm gonna buy from Popmart is the Skull Panda L'Impressionist or something. I don't know. It's already a long time in the store, you know, and I really like them, you know, and yeah. I want to buy one of those. I don't care actually that much about the Skull Panda figurines, like the small figurines. I don't care so much about them. I also don't know the bigger ones. They're bigger figurines that are more like fashionable. I don't have one of those because they are obviously really expensive, but maybe I want to own one of those. But I don't want to own a couple of them. I think it feels special, more special when you own one of them, you know? When you don't need everyone, that doesn't feel like important to me, but like owning one thing that you really, one object that you really care about, you know? I think that's more efficient, you know? So but yeah, this L'Impressionist thing kind of sticked with me. But I also like there are a bunch of characters I like. You may ask yourself now, do I like Labubu? My friends say they're kind of ugly and they don't like them at all. I think some of the designs of the figurines are actually really funny. And it gets to a point where I actually think I want to buy a Labubu figurine. Not like I don't think I want to have a Labubu. Maybe I want to have a Labubu too, but maybe I want to buy myself a figurine of Labubu because they're really funny figurines that I really enjoy. Yeah, I'm not really in a Labubu. I don't own a Labubu, you know. Um, uh, I have a lot of like my most characters I have from Popmart are uh, um, Skull Panda. You know, I really like Skull Panda. But as I said, I like the plush figures more than the little figurines. They just, I don't know, the little figurines are not that interesting to me. Because the thing is, yes, they all look pretty, but it feels always like the same thing, kind of like just another version of pretty character with a lot of details. It's like, I don't know, I just get used to that, and then I'm like, I don't care that much, you know. And I just think Peach Riot is a little bit, has a little bit more. I don't want to say it's not good. It's just not really my taste. I guess Peach Riot. I could own the different characters of Peach Riot. You know. I guess they're just more my taste. You know. I also really like Molly. I think I could get into Molly more. I have one Molly. You know. Oh gosh, like if I'm talking about it, so nobody knows what is like, what is Popmart, what is she talking about? Um, yeah, but Molly is something I also really like, you know. But I think the next thing I'm gonna buy at um Popmart is going to be Skull Panda. Um, I don't know, the Skull Panda plush. They all look cute. The dolls, yes, the dolls. They just look really cute. I like them. Almost like, I don't like all of them, but I like a lot of them. And yeah, I actually have a My Melody doll and a My Little Pony doll. My favorite one, actually. I wasn't really lucky, or it was like, I got my favorite. I just said I bought one box and I got the one that I wanted. Mm, that's really cool. And I have one from Winter Melody or something, Winter Symphony, the reindeer one. I can show them one day. Yeah, but I also want to collect um more Sanrio figures. You know, I definitely want to buy myself more Sanrio figures. Um, I definitely want to buy that because I don't know, they're just cute. I love Sanrio. Maybe I have some money. Maybe I can buy myself one little Sanrio figure for like €2. And you don't want to find something for €2, but maybe like €4 or 5. I saw someone at Alban Wild, and I think they have like one for like €5. Maybe I can buy myself one of them. Maybe I'm gonna buy that today. Maybe I'm gonna go there today and show you that and be like, hey, I'm gonna buy myself a Samurai character today. Would you be cool if that you would? Yeah. Also, like, something I want to do is thrifting. I want to do thrifting. I want to buy myself also new clothes. Maybe when I have money, designer clothes. But I don't need a lot of clothes, you know. I need enough clothes, but I'm not somebody who spends a lot of money on clothes. Want to buy myself a guitar too. This is just a video where I just share what I want to buy. I also want to buy more like Peanuts, Snoopy stuff, some comic books. Maybe I like so many things. Holy shit, Batman. um, Spider-Man, my favorite superhero is actually Deadpool. So maybe I'm gonna buy myself a Deadpool comic. I should do that, you know. Um, yeah. But like, thrifting is really cool. It's not always easy to find something, but you can find pretty cool pieces and it's cheap. That's a cool thing. So maybe I'm going to go in a thrift shop one day and buy myself clothes, and then I can share that with you. I really like to I want to share my clothes that I buy. Yeah. um I'm getting more used to that consumerism. When you have a healthy balance of consumerism, it can be fun. It can be good to buy stuff and own things when you don't have a dopamine rush, but you really want to buy it because you really want to own it and you want to just have it in your apartment, you know. Um, then it can be a lot of fun, you know. And this is my goal actually, and I want to do that, and I'm gonna get there, I think. And I'm gonna personalize my room, and you know, it's a personal thing because it reflects what you actually like. like it says, like stuff you buy can show what you actually, who you are and what you like, because I don't want to buy everything. I want to buy certain stuff that I care about. So I'm going to show it to people and be like, yeah, I like this, and I want to share that with you. So yeah. um I also like the whole, like, how are they called, the like pop figures. I think they're really cute ones out there. I like them, I like them. I know they all look the same, but I kind of think they're cute. Um, but yeah, I also wanna own real characters. I mean, maybe one day I can go to Akihabara and buy myself really cool figurines, because I think they're cheap in Akihabara, and I think you can. There are only special figurines you can get in Akihabara, you know. Um, so that's cool. Yeah, and want to make my room cozy, I guess. Yeah, and also, like, I don't know, the books. I want to buy books and collect them, and like, even if I just read them one time, I want to have them in my room and be like, hey, this is my book collection. This is the books I read. This is the books I own. I don't read this book, but I have it. Sometimes you want to buy a book, but you don't have the time to read it, but you still buy it. It's still a statement. It's still like, hey, I know what is good stuff, and I'm aware and I buy that, and I never had time to read it, but I own it. That's already cool. That's still cool. Even if you don't buy it, you still own it. And I think it matters what kind of book I don't mean a random book. I mean, like, the thing that while you were in the store and you were looking at a book and a title grabbed your interest and you were buying it, and even if you don't read it, the title grabbed your interest. That's already meaningful. So don't overstress if you can't read everything. you know that's fine. Maybe I'm gonna share my anime. Maybe I'm gonna start an anime list. I don't want to do that right now, but maybe I'm gonna do that. And but right now I'm having, like, in my phone, I'm kind of noting which animes I'm currently watching, and maybe I can do a video where I can share with you what animes I'm currently watching and at which episode I am. Maybe that's interesting to people too. And also which animes I want to watch in the future, and which stuff I already finished. Maybe I want to talk about this too. I don't know, I think that's interesting. Or like which animes I started and I never finished. Yeah. So I didn't finish a lot of shows. I think it's just Haru Suzumiya, K-On! It's all Kyoto animation. Kill la Kill. I finished Bakuman, I finished Soul Eater. Yeah, that's about it. I didn't finish. I started a lot, but I didn't finish. I don't know. But I'm on my way to finish a lot of shows. But a lot of animes just have a lot of episodes, and you need your time to finish them. And I don't watch anime every day, so I just need my time, I guess. Yeah. There's one anime I also watched. I don't want to talk about. I'm gonna share that with you one day, which anime I watched. I'm gonna share it. The name is Yosuga no Sora. It's the one where like the siblings, with the two white-haired siblings. I don't want to share more about it, but I finished that one. I was like 14 when I was watching that. And I finished the whole thing because I was so invested in the plot. And that one also I finished. Yeah, I didn't finish a lot of stuff, but I started to watch a lot of stuff. I watched I started Gurren Lagann and Naruto. I watched a lot of Naruto episodes. Um yeah. So thank you very much for watching. And see you in the next video. Goodbye.